Krishna holy name. We are going to sing this Krishna song. उदिलो अरुणापुरभभागे द्विजमणि गौरामणि जागे उदिलो भकत सामोहालोय साते गेल नागर व्राजे ताथाए बाजल खोलो घन घन डोले बाजिर रोलो प्रेम ढला ढला सोनार अंगा चरणे नूपुर भाजे मुकुंद माधव यादव हरि बोले ने बोलो रे वदन भोरी मीचे निदा बसे गेलो रे राती दिवस शरीर साजे मीचे निदा हे मन दुर्लभ मानव देह पाइया की करो भावन के हो ये भेना भजिले यशोद सूता चरा में पोरी बेलाजे उदित तापना होइले आस्था दिन गेलो भोली होई बेव्यस्ता तबे केनो एबे आलस होया ना बजा हृदय राजे तबे केनो एबे आलस होया ना भजा जीवन अनित्य जन सारा ताहे नाना विधा विपद भारा नामाश्रया करी जतन तुमी ताह कापन काजे नमः जीवेरा कल्याण साधन काम जगते आसिए मधुर नाम अविद्यति तपन रूपे हृद्गगने विराजे अविद्यति तपन रूपे Krishna nama sudha koriya pana jurava bhakati vinoda prana Nama bhina kichu nahi ko aro chauda bhuvana maje Nama bhina kichu nahi ko aro chauda bhuvana maje Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jai Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तनम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रीमद्भागवतम की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, first canto, sixth chapter, conversation between Narada and Vyasadeva, text number 26. नामान्यनन्तस्य तत्र पप्पटन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यटं स्तुष्टमनः गतस्पृहः कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमदो विमत्सरः। नामान्यनन्तस्त्यः तत्र पप्पटन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यतं स्तुष्टमनः गतस्पृहः कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमदो विमत्सरः। नामान्यनन्तस्य तत्र पप्पटन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यतां तुष्टमनागतस्पृहः कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमदो विमत्सरः। नामान्यनन्तस्य तत्र पप्पटन् जय श्री राधा मदन मोहन जी की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौरनिताय की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। नामान्यनन्तस्य तत्र पप्पटन् कालं प्रतीक्षन् नामान्यनन्तस्य तत्र पप्पटन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यटं स्तुष्टमनागतस्पृहः कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमदो विमत्सर। माता इज नामान्यनन्तस्य तत्र पप्पटन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यटं स्तुष्टगतस्पृहः कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमदो विमत्स। What word meaning? Namani the holy name, fame, etc. Anantasya, of the unlimited. Atatrapaha, being freed from all formalities of material world. Patan, by recitation, repeated reading, etc. Guhyani, mysterious. Bhadrani, all benedictory. Kritani, activities. Cha, and Smaran, constantly remembering. Gam, on the earth. Paryatan, traveling all through. Tushtamanaha, fully satisfied. Gataspruhaha, completely freed from all material desires. Kalam, time. Pratikshan, awaiting. Vimadaha, without being proud. Vimatsaraha, without being envious. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus I began chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord by repeated recitation, ignoring all the formalities of the material world. Such chanting and remembering of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are benedictory. So doing, I travelled all over the earth, fully satisfied, humble, and unenvious. Purport. The life of a sincere devotee of the Lord is thus explained in a nutshell by Narada Muni by his personal example. Such a devotee, after his initiation by the Lord or his bona fide representative, takes very seriously chanting of the glories of the Lord and traveling all over the world so that others may also hear the glories of the Lord. Such devotees have no desire for material gain. They are conducted by one single desire to go back to Godhead. This awaits them in due course on quitting the material body. Because they have the highest aim of life, going back to Godhead, they are never envious of anyone, nor are they proud of being eligible to go back to Godhead. Their only business is to chant and remember the holy name, fame, and pastimes of the Lord, and according to personal capacity, to distribute the message for others' welfare without motive of material gain. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakhaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रियम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, seeking blessings from His Grace Anandamaya Prabhu and all the assembled devotees, so that I can speak something about holy name. Many devotees are good in chanting and seva bhav. I am not so qualified to speak, but as a service to all the devotees, I try something. I remember in those days, actually, His Grace Radhesham Prabhu gave some 10 instructions to brahmacharis. In that, one of the instruction is become a japa scientist. So, a scientist is one who always does some research into his field. So, in that way, Prabhuji gave instruction that we should become a japa scientist. Means we should always do some research work in our japa and how we can improve our quality of chanting and hearing. So, in that way, we should become a japa scientist. So, it is the one activity which we do every day, wherever we are, in whichever condition we are there. This is the vow we have taken, you know. So, His Grace Mahatma Prabhu, he has that affirmations, japa affirmations book. So, in that he says, it is very surprising that if you spend time with somebody every day, you know, and you don't have relationship with him, so how surprising it is. Means we are spending 2 hours time with some person every day, and for days together, months together, we are spending time, and what is your relationship with him? Means it is not so deep. No, there is no deep relationship with that person with whom you are spending time. So that means there is something is lacking, right? In our life also, we don't spend maybe 2 hours time with anybody in our life every day. With the most dearest people also, we don't get that much time. But if you are spending that much time leaving aside everything, and that means there should be very bondage should be there with that person, right? But there is no proper bondage. you know you know that means it shows something is lacking. you know I sometimes feel actually, if you are used to something and if you don't do one day, immediately you feel something lacking in that. Like people who go for walking or gym or something, they don't do, immediately they feel that something is missing, right? If people are eating every day chapati, or they are used to it, if they don't get chapati or South India curd rice, so they feel something is lacking, right? So similarly, how much we feel lacking when we not able to chant properly, or not able to give quality chanting. So that shows actually how much we are missing. That shows how much shelter we have taken with that. So and also Mahatma Prabhu says that imagine in our moment everything is there. Deities are there, festivals are there, Bhagavatam is there, yeah? But prasadam is also is there. But if holy name is not there, think about it, how it will look like. If there is no Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not there, for example, just think. Everything is there, whatever you can think, everything is there, but this one thing is not there. Do you think it looks complete? It looks so incomplete actually if it is not there, you know. So that shows actually how much it is playing vital part in the entire our life, but still we are not able to, you know, pay proper attention and get complete benefit out of it. We can understand actually if it is missing, everything is missing, but still uh, it is a problem. And we also generally judge a person's spiritual life by chanting only. Generally we ask some people who are not connected properly, and sometimes we ask when we meet, are you chanting? That is the first question we ask actually. If he says he is chanting, we think he is still alive in Krishna consciousness. If he says that I am not chanting, means we consider he is gone. But we only judge that only. How many rounds you are chanting? Are you still chanting or not? That is first question we judge by. If he is still chanting, means okay, abhi bhi zinda hai. So that is the basic. We don't ask how much you are reading or hearing or all these things. We don't ask. We first ask is, are you chanting or not? So in that way, we see Rupa Goswami gave us the 5 potent forms of bhakti: sadhu sangha, nama sankirtana, bhagavata shravana, srimurti seva, and dham vas. These 5, and among them again the chanting of the holy name is considered the most essential thing. So if you see, the goal of life is to become Krishna conscious. That's why Prabhupada named also our society International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So our goal is also is included in that only, is to become Krishna conscious. So the purpose of all these things also is to become Krishna conscious only, is the Bhagavat Shravana, Srimurti Seva, and all these things. So what exactly, if you see Krishna consciousness, we every day we recite, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate. So Krishna is the ocean of mercy. So generally whom we call somebody very merciful, he will accept anybody in whatever condition he is okay. So that's why we think actually he is very, very merciful. He accommodates everybody of any kind of personality, he can accommodate. In that way we categorize is very, very merciful. So in that way actually we can see a person who is Krishna conscious, he can actually accommodate in his life anybody. So that is one of the difficult thing in our life, to able to adjust with somebody. So to the degree we can't adjust, that same thing reflects in our chanting also. So it is said, it is when we have some differences with somebody, it is difficult to meditate and chanting of the holy name. So before meditating we should mediate and resolve the differences, then we can easily meditate. So if you see the people who are highly Krishna conscious in scriptures, we can see, Ambarish Maharaj could accommodate Durvas Muni. Very, very difficult. Durvasa is a person who is very difficult to accommodate. But Ambarish Maharaj could accommodate even Durvas Muni also. So, and Yudhishthira Maharaj could accommodate Dhritarashtra also. So it is, and even Prahalad could accommodate Hiranyakashipu. So like that we can see so many examples in the scripture actually how people are able to accommodate so much. How they are able to accommodate? Because they are deeply Krishna conscious. To the degree person is deeply Krishna conscious, it is very, very easy to accommodate others. And we see that Brahmaji, after that Brahma Vimohan Leela, he got the vision of Vrindavan. When he got the vision of Vrindavan, he saw in Vrindavan even the most opposite living entities, even the tiger and deer, are very friendly, and they are sitting side by side and drinking water. So that's what is the Vrindavan. That's Brahmaji could see actually. So in Vrindavan, that the living entities who are by nature they are inimical, that kind of living entities are forgot their enmity, and they are living very peacefully. So how is it possible? If you see that a person who is in deeply love with Krishna, what happens actually? He forgets himself first of all, and he only see Krishna and everything in relationship with Krishna. So in that way, the tigers and deers, they forget who they are first of all. They forget their gross material body and subtle body and everything. They saw themselves as spirit soul, and they saw other living entities, the deers and tigers and everything also, with in connection with Krishna. So in that way, there is no, completely Krishna conscious. Actually, there is no enmity only existing. The same thing we can say actually that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he go to Jharkhand forest also. So all the living entities, even the most cruel animals also, having kirtan with other living entities. So this is the deepest Krishna consciousness we can see in the scriptures and in the Vrindavan. And the same thing we can see Prabhupada also created in the world. Generally, we have tough time between Andhra and Telangana and all these places. There are places are increasing. But Prabhupada could unite people from all over the world, and he could run this society within very short time. He could create cooperation between Australia, Africa, and America, and Germany, and all these devotees together. And that too, in very short time, they could unite and they are able to render service. So, how is it happening? Because a person who chants the holy name properly, he can easily go beyond the boundaries of all these material external differences. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says chanting of the holy name is Kirtana, but he says is that Bhagavatam discussion is also Kirtan. And he gives very beautiful analogy that just like Krishna's internal potency is Srimati Radharani, similarly Hari Katha is the internal potency of the Hari Nama. So just like without Radharani, Krishna cannot exist. Right? In the same way, Harinam cannot exist actually without Harikatha. So Harikatha is gives strength to Harinam. So very interesting. Once Prabhupada said, why I wrote all these books? Then Prabhupada told it's not just for distribution or something. I wrote all these books to convince you to chant Hare Krishna. My God, is it this much is required to chant Hare Krishna? So unless we read Prabhupada books and understand this nature of this world and the how we are entangled in this material world, so then only actually we able to chant the holy name wholeheartedly. So many of the times we chant, but because we are not convinced why we are chanting. So because of that, actually our chanting is not so focused. Even Kaviraj Goswami also says, Siddhanta bale chitte na kare alas, yaha hoite sudrida mane lag Krishnera manas. He says, don't be lazy in understanding the Siddhanta. So a person who is convinced about the Siddhanta, his focus will be very clear. He is very easily able to focus on the lotus feet of the Krishna. So in that way, it is integral part actually of chanting of the holy name is to hear about the glories of the Lord. So the Nama contains all these things. Every day we recite Sri Radhika Madhavayora Paro Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namnam. So in that way, if you see, the holy name contains that form of the Lord, the qualities of the Lord, and the activities of the Lord. So how we get attracted to a person is based on their activities. Based on their activities, first of all, we develop appreciation towards his qualities. We categorize he is a good person, he is a bad person just by seeing the activities of that person. Like we have categories Duryodhana and Kamsa and Ravana, right? All these there. By seeing their activities, we categorize as a asuric person, right? We have Vibhishana, Vidura, and all these people are there. By divine qualities, we seeing the qualities of the person, we develop attracted towards that person's form also. Seeing the activities, we develop appreciation for the qualities, and automatically we develop appreciation for the form. And immediately you ask, who is he? What is his name? Right? So immediately when you take the name reveals the person's rupa and his qualities and his activities, obviously. So in that way, the same thing applies in the case of chanting of the holy name also. When we able to appreciate the activities of Krishna, immediately the result is we appreciate his qualities, and that appreciation comes for the form and the name also. It is the process what generally followed. So without understanding the person, without appreciating the person, so chanting of the holy name will not be so much effective. So Prabhupada says in one place, more than seeing the God, understanding God is more important than seeing the God. So many times people form a big line and they want to see the God, see the God. But you try to understand the personality. That is the most important form of seeing than just want to see. So in that way, so whatever is happening in our life is also is the activity of Krishna only. So that's what is Krishna consciousness. What Krishna did some lila in Bhagavatam, that is only not Krishna lila, but whatever is happening in our life is also is activity of Krishna. So in that way, so to the degree we able to appreciate that, then it is possible actually for us to peacefully chant our holy name. So there are so many glories of the uh, chanting of the holy name are mentioned in so many places, and in Mukundamala Stotra also, Kulashekara Alvar also praises chanting of the holy name in so many ways. So in one of the prayer he says is that आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वान्यवाचा कुहका पठन्ति. So he is saying that actually one thing surprises me so much. So what is surprising thing for me? Ascharyametaddi manushya in this world, people are throwing away the nectar and drinking the poison. So he says the names of the Lord are full of nectar and people are not accepting it, and people are reading all the rubbish things in this world. In that way, they are accepting the poison. So this is very, very surprising for me. So like that, if you see in the lives of the acharyas, actually, how much they able to appreciate the chanting of the holy name. And we see the life of Sanatana Goswami, that he kept the touchstone in the dustbin and he is chanting the holy name. And somebody came and he gave the touchstone, you can take it. And he felt doubt that he must be having something more, right? And he came back and he asked, actually, you have something better? Yeah, I have something better, but you have to give it up. Then I will give you. So he gave a holy name in replacement of touchstone. So it shows something very important actually. You know, how much price we pay, that much actually value also it comes. Here Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they paid big price for the holy name in one sense, right? They gave up the big post and position and everything, material sense gratification, and they able to take up to the full devotion service. So in that way, actually, the price of anything actually is depends upon how much we value it. So that's what is the price of that thing. So I remember in our Karmi days, we used to see that people, go for some movies, standing in line for hours together, and sometimes they don't get the tickets. You know, they pay extra amount, double the amount, and they go for the movie. uh, and that means for them that is very valuable. They could invest any amount of money for that, so they are feeling happy. But now, if somebody became a devotee, for him it is worthless. Even if he is given free ticket also, he will not go for it. Right? So that means the value of anything is depends upon actually the person's attitude only. For somebody it is so valuable, for somebody else it is worthless actually. If you see some kind of foodstuffs also outside, so even devotees are given free also, they don't eat. But people pay big amount of money and they eat. So where is the price of that thing? Price of that thing is depend upon the person only actually. For him it is very, very valuable. He is ready to pay so much and eat also. But that is given to you free also, people can't even smell also. So that shows actually what is the price. The price depends upon our attitude. What is our attitude towards it, that much it becomes precious. So if you see in the life of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, and all the Goswamis also, so how holy name became so much precious? Because they invested the price in it actually. They have developed Shraddha in it. Because of that, holy name is so much valuable to them. So, and we can see in the life of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also, and he chanted Shatakoti Nama Japa. Almost it is like Haridas Thakur only. For several years he chanted. So yesterday also somebody is asking actually Maharaj that, Maharaj, it is told you should chant with humility, but holy name brings out, gives humility. So what should we do? Should we develop first humility and chant, or chant and developing humility? Then Maharaj told you start chanting. Chanting will make you humble, and with that humility you keep on chanting. So it is one of the instruction also. Even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told actually. He did not told just chant Hare Krishna. He told chant Hare Krishna with in a humble state of mind. You chant Hare Krishna in humble state of mind. In that way you chant the holy name. So it is what actually, it is the actual consciousness which we chant, then only we can Kirtaniya Sada Hari can be possible. Otherwise Kirtaniya Sada Hari is not possible actually if we are not in the humble state of mind. So what it is actually humble state of mind, if you see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells Rupa Goswami, a living entity is traveling in the universe since time immemorial, in throughout the universe actually. Brahmanda Brahmita Kona Bhagyavana Jiva. Guru Krishna Prasada Pai Bhakti Lata Bish. So when you understand actually what is the situation in which we are being placed in this world, so we are aimlessly wandering in this universe actually since so many lifetimes throughout and accepting so many bodies, and so so many millions of lifetimes are gone, and we are just wandering in this world aimlessly. And finally, by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas, we got this rare opportunity to practice devotion service and chant the holy name. So, when we understand that actually, then it is naturally that controls our mind and senses very easily. So, in that way, we can chant very, very easily. So, this is the wealth actually. This understanding is the wealth. Kulshagralvar says actually, Andasya mehruta viveka mahadanasya chore mahabali birindriya namadeyai mohandakara kuhare vinipatitasya. So he says that this viveka mahadanasya. So what is a great wealth? He says as viveka means this knowledge about our situation is the great wealth actually. But when we lose this understanding, what will happen? Chore Mahabali Brindriya Namadhe. Our senses become greatly powerful and they plunder the wealth and they put us in deep ignorance actually. And the life becomes very, very miserable. So, if you see in common sense also in this world, this Viveka is only great wealth. See, outside people, they do anything and everything, all rubbish things, and they create their destiny, actually hellish life. So, Prabhupada says actually, one of the former Prime Minister of India, according to one astrologer, he became a dog in the Sweden. you know. So, if you see, where is the Prime Minister of this country and where is a dog now? So, completely gone actually, everything is gone. Can you imagine? He is put into such pathetic situation. Why? Because he has no wealth of Viveka. Understand? Without the wealth of Viveka, now he has to eat some juta of somebody, right? Before he is a prime minister and he used to get so many recipes cooked for him, but now what is the condition you see? So a person who loses the wealth of Viveka actually is the greatest beggar in this world actually. So a person who has the wealth of Viveka is really wealthy. So this wealth when we lose, actually it is very, very difficult to get it back. So how to, first of all, Guru gives that Viveka. First of all, he gives the transcendental knowledge and he gives the holy name and he tells about the offenses to be followed, regulative principle to be followed, by which we can preserve our great wealth of Viveka. And when the wealth of Viveka is there, actually, you are really wealthy wherever you are there. So, the association of devotees is mainly for the purpose of everybody is given that wealth of Viveka, but we are very inattentive and we may lose it just like here and there. And somebody again gets it back to us and keep it, it is great wealth. So, in that way, everybody is helping us to preserve that Viveka. So, that happens only by chanting of the holy name, but in the association of the devotees, we can chant attentively, we can realize this is our wealth. So, here Prabhupada is writing actually, a devotee is just completely satisfied, he is just waiting for the day going back to Godhead, that's all. He has no aspirations in this world, completely satisfied, he is convinced about his goal of life and he is just doing needful. Before going back to Godhead, he is doing some preaching here and there and he is completely happy. And so he is not envious of anybody because his goal is going back to Godhead. So this is one of the important things actually. If somebody is envious of others, that means he is still not convinced actually about going back to Godhead. He is thinking in this world I have to become something hero or something great. So that's why actually he is feeling envious. Hmm. It is like if you see in this world also, if two people are preparing for some very competitive exam, you know, and two are friends, then he thinks if he gets, then I will lose, right? Automatically, the other person thinks. So if he sees the other person is somewhat enjoying, not so seriously preparing for the exam, then what will happen? This person become happy. He doesn't feel envious. You know, where this fellow is gone now, I will only get. Understand? He doesn't feel envious actually. Understand? Why he is enjoying, why I'm not enjoying. Like that, he will not feel because he is convinced about his goal. Understand? Similarly, when we are feeling envious of somebody enjoying or having better post and position, that shows that you are not convinced only about spiritual life and going back to Godhead. So if you are convinced about going back to Godhead, we will not feel envious of anybody. We will feel compassion actually. Because in spiritual world, anybody can go and that many number of posts are there. you know. So we should feel compassion for the others actually. He is missing something. We will not feel envious actually. If you are feeling envious of somebody, that means we are not still convinced about actually what is the goal of life. So here, Narada Muni, after he got the uh, association of Bhakti Vedantas, now he got the darshan of the Lord for some time, and again Lord disappeared, and he told actually, you increase your hankering for me. So in that way, now Narada Muni that completely became satisfied, and he is just wandering throughout the world. So not getting affected by anything, not getting affected by any allurements or anything, not feeling envious towards anybody. So in that way, Narada Muni is saying actually in this. So we can see in the Srila Prabhupada also is very, very convinced about chanting of the holy name. So that is a great faith he had. Even before going to the West also, we hear about the pastime during sannyas ceremony that they are reciting the sannyas mantras, and Prabhupada is insisting that chant the holy name, do the Kirtan. And even when the opening of Krishna Balaram temple also, Prabhupada told actually just by Sankirtan we can inaugurate the temple. But for outside people, they want some yajna and homa, they like, so okay, let us do that also for them. But according to us, this is sufficient. So in that way, Prabhupada actually in our every aspect of life, he told chanting of the holy name is all purifying. Nothing else is required. That's why we do actually for birthdays also we chant Hare Krishna, and for marriages also we chant Hare Krishna. Somebody passed away also we chant Hare Krishna. So chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So these are some few thoughts. I am not so qualified to speak, but as a service to all the Vaishnavas and for my own purification, I try to say something. Please forgive me if I speak anything inappropriate. His Grace Anandmay Prabhu, you want to?
What is the importance of avoiding the offenses against the holy name of the Lord?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji is asking what is the importance of avoiding offenses in the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. With your blessings. So actually we used to recite that in before the 10 offenses, Bahujanma Kori Shravana Kirtana Tabatana Paye Krishna Pade Premadana. So if you if you are not avoiding the offenses, even if you are chanting the holy name, that is going on for, so Bahujanma Kori, you are chanting for many, many lifetimes also, it will not give rise to Krishna Prem. So chanting of the holy name is not just for the sake of some clearing of the sins. So that is not the main goal of the chanting of the holy name. That is a byproduct, it is told. One very beautiful example is given. If you are cooking a sweet rice in a pot and burning some logs of wood to make the sweet rice, so while cooking sweet rice, what will happen is actually two things you will get. One is sweet rice, another is you will get some ash and coal and everything. So what makes you happy? You got lot of coal and ash. you know, will that make you happy? No, that is happening as a byproduct. Understand? So what we are more focused is getting the sweet rice. Right? So similarly, the burning of our sins happen as a byproduct. It is not the main goal of chanting of the Hare Krishna. So, but the goal is actually is to get Krishna Prem. It is it is like if you are chanting of the holy name is going on and committing offenses, then what will happen? It is like if I have connection with very nice person, great personality, and he is very influential person in this society. Understand? So I am doing some kind of crime, and every time I am referring to him, and the police will leave me. Police will leave me. "अरे यार, इनका connection इनका है." Then he keeps on forgiving me, but in the process, what will happen? I lose the connection with that person. "अरे क्या है this fellow? No, always he takes my name and he just escapes." you know. So in that way, we are spoiling relationship with that person. That is even greatest loss than just escaping from some kind of punishment or something. So, so that is most important actually. Just not getting away, clearing from some kind of punishment or some sins. So that is very minor thing actually. The major thing is we are losing, Krishna Prem. We are losing connection with Krishna. So in that way, it is a very big loss actually in our spiritual life. So if you are committing offenses, means okay, then that is like losing connection with Krishna first of all. You may get away from some sins and reactions and everything, but we are missing something very big. Hare Krishna. You want to include? Thank you all very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.